Folks, welcome back to the Man Dog Pod Happy Hour edition. My name is Ryan Rosenberg. Over there is Dan Lipper, and we have our two favorite, we call them co-hosts, I think, of the show.
What do you call us?
Our friends. Our co-hosts of the Happy Hour.
Boy, 4 years in, it's time we examine this. What are we on
What is our relationship? Well, let's talk to him. Victoria Longwell, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Beautiful. We're happy to have you back.
Happy to be
You've,
here.
of course, just had child.
I just had child.
And now we're back in the habit.
Back in the habit.
Pretty nice.
Sister Act 2.
There you go.
I was going to say, this is a sequel, baby.
Speaking of Sister Act right here, these two seems like sisters. Talia Tabin.
I love that intro.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
you.
Me too.
Thank
yeah.
you.
I think there's a third one coming out, Sister Act 3.
Oh
Really?
Or I just saw that Whoopi
is Whoopi going to be in it?
Yeah, that was the news was like Whoopi either signed on or was like it's in the motion.
Whoa.
Because Sister Act 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh,
whoa.
phenomenal. But also, just the original.
The original
both
is
incredible.
my thing, but Lauryn Hill.
The big song in the second one.
Oh my God,
Where,
no.
you know what I mean?
Did you see they did like a reunion?
Yes,
you saw that
with
clip.
Lauryn Hill?
I don't know.
I don't recall.
I just can't believe you guys like music in the church like that.
Really?
What do you
It's
mean?
just they shouldn't be so boisterous in the church.
You like it?
You think it should be quiet because it's
demure?
service?
Yes, it's
Excuse me.
service. I'm the guy.
The pastor's trying to talk.
Yeah. Now you're all singing over me. It's the Lord can't hear.
This lady's from Vegas. She's a showgirl.
Oh my God, that was such a fun movie.
It is.
Who was the guy in that? Harvey
Keitel.
Wow.
A sexy bad man.
Didn't
Wait,
hate
who is
it.
he? He's the.
He's her
her
ex.
ex.
He's trying to kill her.
Oh, right.
She goes into hiding
Vegas guy, yeah.
in Maggie Smith's convent.
Oh my! Oh,
I
about
know.
the
Tom.
three
Maggie
bad
Smith
guys?
can't be in it.
No,
She's
yeah.
dead.
The three guys at the convent who are trying to they put a salami in the door or whatever. Too funny.
Listen, I would watch that right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Sister Act movies
day.
in 2 to
Folks,
3
turn
decades.
off Man Dog and turn on Sister Act.
They're
2.
perfect movies.
Yeah.
One or two.
Kathy,
Today does have a bit of a rainy day vibe for me.
It does.
Like a bit
Yeah.
of a let's just be inside and be quiet.
Rainy
Yes.
month is how I've been
Yeah, a
feeling.
little.
Yeah.
Well, April showers.
Brings May
Nice
flowers.
Flowers.
I know
Do you
it
think we'll
hasn't
get
really
flowers
rained.
this year?
In LA?
I think we will.
Oh, I think so. I've seen a lot of poppies.
Yeah, they're
Lately.
blooming already.
You know that you're not legally allowed. Oh, you want to start something?
No.
Come on.
No, go ahead.
Oh my God,
Okay.
they're about to
I was
fight.
just gonna say, it's illegal to pick a poppy. You could get fined or
California
arrested.
state flower.
Yeah.
To pick a poppy?
A poppy. Because
No.
it's the California state
But
flower.
Pick a poppy
Google
we
it.
called a
I mean,
copy.
I've never done it, but
Pick a
Google
poppy,
it.
a copy.
I have tried to steal a poppy from a public planting area.
a puppy from a public planting area. a puppy from a public.
I love how these are
Victoria's
almost
like,
good
I gotta
tongue
write this
twisters.
down.
We're like, there's 3 of the same letter.
Yeah, it's hard to invent a tongue twister at the beginning. I potted my poppy, and unfortunately it pied.
Yeah, you just make it fake. I stole a poppy from the old folks' home.
That's good.
I wonder how often that's enforced. Because what is it? Probably a fine?
It's probably
I don't know.
You can't
life
steal
without
a poppy.
parole.
You can't kill a quail. You can't.
Because
kill
the
a bear.
quail is the state
California
bird.
state bird. Yeah.
Oh,
I
didn't
grew up
know
in
that.
California, and you kind of learn all the California stuff.
I grew up in California.
I know. I was trying to cover for both
I
of us.
didn't learn it.
Did you guys have that from your state?
Yes.
Did you know all the Arizona
yeah, what-
stuff and the
yeah.
Pennsylvania
I
stuff?
don't know the flower, but the bird is a ruffed grouse.
A ruffed grouse.
That makes sense for
grouse.
Pennsylvania. Ruffed.
Yeah, pretty
It is.
What does that
rough.
mean?
It's
pretty
the
rough and
state kind
tumble.
of has that like we're rough and tumble. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're blue collar stealers.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Do you see a lot of grouses? Like, do you know
You
what a
could.
grouse looks like?
I know what a grouse looks like. Yeah.
I couldn't point a grouse out of line.
Oh no, I don't even know.
But I bet you could point a quail out.
Oh yeah.
I think I
Well,
could
we have a
point a
lot of quail as long as they have the hangies
Of
because
course.
some
Yeah.
quails don't. But Tucson is full of quail.
Oh
a big
really?
Yeah.
Do you know Tucson's bird?
Roadrunner, I think, is Arizona.
Oh
Really
wow,
good.
how
I might be
spot
wrong,
on.
but I'm pretty sure it's the Roadrunner. I'm sure people are going to be all over the comments telling me I'm wrong.
We have
But
so many zonies just ready to roll.
If it's
Yeah.
not the Roadrunner, it should be the Roadrunner.
I know
Meep.
that's so cute.
Meep, meep, that's
It's
so
very,
fun.
isn't it
Yeah.
funny how they are all very like stereotypical versions of, like, of course it's some like desert ass bird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Of
gotta be
course
a
the
desert-ass
quail is
bird.
some California hair guy. He's got a big pompadour, you know what I mean?
Oh,
We didn't choose the
There you
pigeon.
go.
We probably should have chose the pigeon.
I
I see a
Surely
lot of
that's New
pigeons.
York.
I don't know though. would the pigeon be New York?
I just got back from New York, and boy, are my arms
You
tired.
have been
Thank you so much.
you have been on the East
Yes.
Coast.
I was on the East Coast.
Did you go twice, or were you?
That's what I just said. Kind of.
It seemed like the statement was going to be like, you've been traveling so
know.
much, or you've been all over the place.
In my
but it's
mind,
just-
but in my mind, it because were you there for like 2 weeks, or
Yeah.
did you? Okay,
Yeah, I was there for 2
Oh,
weeks.
you
We
were
did
for all the
baseball, basketball, Hall of Fames, whole thing. We did Boston, and then a couple cities in the middle, and then New York.
okay.
But in New York, we went and walked on the High Line. I was with
I
my dad and
love
his
the
friend,
High
two
Line.
79-year-old men, and me, a
79.
39-year-old man. And they were getting around great. It was really fun.
That's so cool.
They paid for everything, which was fantastic.
What a dream.
Oh, we love
They
it.
paid for everything, and I sort of navigated us everywhere.
Yeah.
So we took the
Hey,
subway,
everybody-
all
you know
this kind of stuff.
Everybody wins. I'm sure they were so grateful to have you.
It was, and
take
they
care
said
of
that multiple times, which felt really nice.
that is
That's
nice.
so sweet.
But we walked around the High Line in
Okay.
New York, and they have a big statue, like a statue of a giant pigeon that is like 10 feet tall by 10 feet wide.
So not accurate,
and
not
it's
to scale.
kind of
Not to scale.
correct, not anatomically correct.
Great.
But it was kind of beautiful in a weird way. It was like pigeons are beautiful.
They're totally
if they
beautiful.
weren't so dirty and nasty.
They have like iridescent feathers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
but yeah, they are nasty.
Yeah,
yeah. Ooh.
yeah.
But
and then we
kind
saw
of
rats,
unfair.
and they got a real kick out of that. We were in the subway,
Oh
and
my
we saw a
God,
rat. They're like,
that's
"Oh
so
my God, it's a rat!" I was like, "Yeah, there's a lot
Don't
of
you
them."
feel good? You're just like, we're doing it. We've done it.
Yeah, I do. I
Dad's
felt like a real
happy.
native New Yorker, like walking them around, even though I'm totally not. I've just been like
Yeah,
5
yeah.
times.
Yeah,
but they were
you've
like,
done
"Whoa,
DCM,
you know how to
dude.
go down the stairs." you know?
Wow.
Good
God,
life.
that's lovely.
This sounds great.
It was
And
nice.
was this all orchestrated from your dad? Or did you?
Yeah.
like-
So this is the time of year when baseball is just
Mhm.
starting and basketball is just ending.
It's one of the best times
so
of year,
you can,
actually.
You can kind of catch both sports at
Sports.
once. And so my dad is a huge sports fan of most all sports, and we've done a lot of the West Coast, more local things. So he planned this one to like go and hit all the East Coast. We'd never been to Fenway. We'd never
I
been to
can't
Yankee
believe
Stadium.
Oh
We'd
my
never
God,
been to
that's so fun.
TD Garden for the Celtics and Madison Square Garden for the Knicks. So it was fun to see all those. And then we went Basketball Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame. It was great.
That's really special.
For my dad and his friend, it was like a dream bucket list
Oh.
type trip. And for
Nice
me,
to
it
be
was
there
like
for that.
really cool.
and also
but for
like,
them, it was
but
like,
you'll have that forever.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing that you did with your dad, like
Totally.
something that he wanted to do that you
Yeah.
like. It's not easy to take off 2 weeks of your life.
No,
Totally.
it's not.
No,
And
it
that's
wasn't.
a significant time to spend with your dad and his
Yeah.
friend.
It sure was.
Yeah.
It sure was. And
It
it was
sure
lovely,
was.
but I think
Yeah.
by the end we were all like, okay,
Oh,
see you next year.
perfect.
I know, but
like, ready
2
to go.
weeks of anybody.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
everybody did a good job. I'm proud of all of us for having as good of attitudes as we did.
You didn't get them into Oh Mary or anything like that? Any shows on Broadway you
We
could have taken
tried.
them to?
No. We did actually get to go see the big team at UCB, which was really cool.
Oh, very cool.
I
They were out
saw
there.
that they were there.
Yeah, so
How
like
was
our
it? Was
LA
it so
friends were
fun?
in New York. It was so
That's
fun, and
so
they had a really
cool.
good time. And like we were they were the two oldest guys in the audience for sure, which was
Yes.
really funny. But also going there, a couple people like recognized me, and they were like, "Hey, this is kind of cool. Is this like sort of your place?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're sort of at my job."
Oh,
you know?
Oh
my
my
God.
God,
So that
how
was cool,
sweet
and-
for your dad to
yeah.
see.
Yeah, it was cool. It was
And
cool.
the dad friend, but
Yeah.
it's mostly for the
Yeah.
dad. Can I just circle back really quick?
No,
said-
Talia couldn't spend 2 weeks with me. Is
No,
what
that's
we're
not what I
taking
meant.
away.
Oh.
I meant family wise.
Yeah,
and I will
that's
say
true.
this, and Rachel, my sister, you can, but somebody was like, oh, you got to move somewhere where your sister is. And I was like, yeah, or not. Maybe that's why we love each other so much. Because
Yeah.
we live in different states. And I would say it as a joke to her. And that's what I meant with this. And I just meant
Yeah.
I can be with somebody longer than 2 weeks. Is
I don't know. What's the
I-
longest trip you've taken together?
It might be hard. It's probably a 2-day trip that we've taken together.
Yeah.
That's probably the longest thing.
2 or 3 days.
I think you'd actually be fine. I don't even know what you would fight about.
Well, I don't think we would
everybody
fight.
gets annoyed with some.
Yeah, I don't think
when
we
you
would fight.
travel
Maybe we would
together.
just find a little thing of like, wait, you don't want to?
You don't want to do that?
that?
Yeah.
Huh? You don't travel this way?
Right. Exactly.
He's
Although
already
I
bought
bet,
tickets for me, my 2 daughters, and my husband.
I bet though, if we were on a trip with many people, you and I would never fight.
We would
you'd have
flourish.
you'd have everyone else to
We would-
band against.
exactly.
Also,
together.
though, if we had to go to London and see plays for 2 weeks,
Come
I don't think
on.
we would fight.
And we have to do that. They want us to do
They
that.
want us to
London's
do that.
dying for us
I
to
see.
do that.
This is just a
London's
planning
calling.
session to me. This is just planning. We know you guys are going to do these things. We have to.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a really lovely trip.
It sure does.
It was. It was a good time. We're all happy to be back, but it was really nice. It was freezing. It snowed.
Oh,
Snowed in
wow.
April back
In
east,
Boston?
and we brought shorts and stuff. We were like, "Oh, it's spring. It'll be beautiful." Fucking freezing the whole time. And everyone in New York
No
was like,
thanks.
"Yeah, you gotta expect that." And we were like, "Okay,
Why?
next time I will."
What were we traveling? Carry on or check bags?
I went checked bag. Just I had to. Well,
Okay.
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't need to kill myself for
know.
this.
Carry-ons only fit maybe 3 things.
I'm done with this whole carry on. I'm not. I'm checking.
I
Checking
love to
top
check
to
a bag.
bottom.
I used to be a real. I'm only carrying on. Nobody in our party should check a bag
Yeah,
because then we
yeah.
all have to wait at the baggage claim.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, hey man, it's a long flight. Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
I don't mind the baggage claim wait. Growing up, every time we traveled, they lost our luggage. So
Really?
that's just like
This is my thing.
Really?
fear.
This is my fear.
Every time, like many times.
We would fly internationally a lot, and there's just like your luggage is like
international.
Sure.
transferring
Yeah.
at some point, and it just gets lost
Yeah, for
over
sure.
and over. Maybe 3 times, but it felt like every time.
Yeah, I
Three
think
times
3 is
internationally
enough.
it would be one thing Tucson to LA, but internationally you'd be like, well, I'm fucked for life.
Yeah, no,
can't
you're
do
like,
anything.
I gotta have this, all my stuff on my person at all time.
Yes.
I did a 20-day Europe trip with a carry-on.
You did?
Wow.
Because it was at the time when luggage they were having huge luggage issues, and
Wait, was this when you went to Paris?
yeah, and then I went to London
Oh,
after,
Wow.
and I did it all with a carry-on.
They were having huge luggage issues.
Yeah, like
Yeah, there
like
was
the
a
airport.
moment-
I don't know if if somebody was on strike or what. but,
Yeah.
like, you were just seeing videos of like piles of suitcases,
and nobody could get their
yeah.
suit, and it was very international too.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
No, you're
For
doing
everyone
I
not
just
watching the video, I just had to tell Victoria to speak a little more into the microphone. I was trying to do it without
Hello.
distracting, but
I
then it
can't
I
became
think
a
have an
that's
thing.
out
great.
loud reaction.
We love it. We love it.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was like all the airlines were going crazy,
Yeah.
and you probably would have lost your bag.
Well, actually, we had ended up getting gate checked. This French flight
Ooh.
attendant, they called
la.
us up. I don't know why. I guarantee you it was just to take our bags. And he was like, "And may I see your suitcases?" And so we showed him, and he was like, "Those are too big." And we were like, "No, they're not." And then he like pretended to pick it up and be like, "Oh, so heavy."
Oh
and I was
my
like, "You're
God.
kidding
What
me!"
a fucking production!
It was a whole production, and I had had one glass of a drink, and so I was a little combative about it.
I love that. I love that, Victoria.
I love that. I think we need to see you be in combat more.
Oh.
Yeah, can we do an is this gonna be crazy? Can we do like a scene where we I'm just kidding, you guys. I know that's what we do. I know that's what we do here.
What was your thought on that scene?
Okay, so one of us will play like a French guy that's like, and then Victoria will pretend like she's had a little bit of wine, and then we'll do a scene off of it.
There you go.
That sounds like it could be a good scene. It's interesting.
I don't know, but let's just keep talking.
Bonjour, bonjour. Welcome, bon voyage. Let me just check your bags here, see how heavy they are.
Oh, you know what? I'm fine with him. But my friend over here, she said 1 glass of wine.
Oh, my arm.
Oh, your arm?
Oh, this bag is too heavy.
No, I
It
carried
cannot
it.
go on the plane.
No, I just worked really hard to get everything into a carry-on so that I wouldn't have to check it. So it would just be really tough
You're
for you
gonna
to check
carry
it.
this on?
I'm gonna carry it on. I carried it here.
Ooh la la.
This is perfect.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la
You
la.
are a strong woman. Ooh la la.
Scene.
That's all I needed. That's all I could
That
do,
was-
really.
Perfect.
I took French in high school, so
Oh, did you?
yeah,
Wow.
not enough.
Sexy.
Thank you.
I took Spanish,
Yeah,
which I'm happy about, and I've still like but man, don't hate French.
yeah.
I can't say I wish I had taken French because I can use a little bit more of my
Yeah,
Spanish
it's
here.
so useful.
But I wish I spoke French.
I need to go plop myself in France for a month with no one and just
How cool.
survive. You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow!
Survive it. If only I could survive in downtown Paris.
It would be interesting. No improviser that I know of yet has done like a residency somewhere where it's like the way Hemingway would just be in Paris.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go do that? Where it's like I'm just going to go live amongst the artists in another city.
Yeah.
Totally.
Don't you think if we decided to go to Paris that we could get a run of shows in Paris?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about Paris specifically, but I know most cities in the world, my life would probably be cheaper staying somewhere for a month than it would be paying for my rent here.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
happily.
And I probably wouldn't order DoorDash all week.
Yeah.
Which would
Man,
save me money.
the pandemic just fucked me. Before the pandemic, I would be like, I don't need to ever get delivery.
Right.
I can jump in my car. I can go anywhere. I can go get something. And then once the pandemic happened, I was like, you think I'm going to get my ass into my car to go pick up food?
Truly, if you're going to get in your car, though, what are you, like you're not, I feel like it's only if you're walking there and picking it up that it's really a trade-off. I say get delivery if you were going to get in your car anyway.
Don't worry, I always do. Now
Yeah.
now at least.
Yeah. You have a child.
Mm-hmm. Almost
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
How much longer do we got until we meet number 2?
We have 2 months. I mean,
Exciting.
hopefully a full 2
2 and
months.
2.
Yeah.
Number 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to have potentially a 4th of July adjacent birthday.
Guess what? See you at the hospital on July 2nd.
July
I'm
2nd.
bringing
Wow.
fireworks.
Yeah,
Just a
this
snake.
is going to be
Just a snake.
a very patriotic baby.
Finally.
Finally.
Now.
Tis the season,
It's about
you know what I
time.
mean?
Now,
Yes.
wow.
Right now
Yeah.
is the time to be patriotic.
Yeah.
Right
for
now is the time to
America.
double down on America.
Well,
And
Lulu's
that's what I think
practically
we'll-
Noam Chomsky over there. It's good to have somebody that loves their country a little more.
Yeah. We'll probably name her America.
Wow,
popular.
like places in the
Ferrera.
heart. Oh, or that baby's name is Americus, actually, I think.
I don't know anything. Americus.
It's
Oh,
a Natalie
yeah.
Portman movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I brought
With
it up.
with Susan Sarandon? No. That's
that's
the,
a different
the
one.
other one.
Raging
But I know
Bull.
what you're talking
Oh,
about.
it's not
too.
called. No, I think you're right. I mean anywhere but here.
Yeah.
The Walmart baby.
Yeah, the Walmart baby.
Yeah.
Raging Bull.
Susan Sarandon.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Well, Doc, I just wanted to come in because I think I might have long COVID. I think I've just been feeling some symptoms.
No. Oh, long COVID. That's a hard one. All right. Take me through your symptoms.
I will. I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to be. I don't
you
like
just-
how cold doctors are, but I feel like you're maybe being too
Oh,
much.
I
like
am
my
not
mom
going to
might
be cold. No, no. Your body is my body. All right. That's how I take a look at all of my patients. How would I treat my own personal body in this situation? And man, if I thought I had long COVID,
Yeah, well,
What a
that's kind of how
bummer.
I am feeling coming in. So
Yeah.
I guess you're affirming that. You're making me feel almost worse. About
no, I'm just telling you, you are valid in those feelings.
Okay, thank
this
you.
is a long uphill battle. All right.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Talk to me. Talk
Long
to me.
uphill
Tell me.
Well, I'm feeling a little lethargic, and it's been two-ish years now, and I'm still can't motivate myself to not order DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
I keep rewatching The Sopranos over and over again.
Oh no.
I think something happened in the pandemic. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm just worried about us. I'm worried about us.
Me too. Sorry, could you put the? Are you actually about to hyperventilate? Could you put the paper bag down? It's scaring me.
Okay. Do you want it though?
The bag? No, I'm fine. I feel all right. I'm a
Okay,
little
let's take a look.
concerned.
Okay, you know what? Let's just start with a checkup. Okay? I'm going to put my stethoscope on and I'm going to listen to your heart and then your lungs.
Okay.
Okay?
Whoa, cold.
First, I'm going to check myself.
Oh. We're compared.
Yeah. Your body is my body.
Would you mind, since, how would I say this? I guess I'll just be blunt. Would you mind not getting naked and into the little outfit that I'm in? What do you call this?
You want me to put
thing?
my scrubs back on?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you are doing a self-check up there.
Okay, I'll put my scrubs back on. I feel like I'm making you... Yeah, I am making you uncomfortable.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm just going to listen. Let's just focus on you for a second. Listen to your heart. Your heart... Okay, your heart sounds good. Okay. Let's hear your lungs. Take a deep breath in. And out. And one more. Okay, how do you feel in very crowded places?
Anxious. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to get home and I get right in bed after I'm out.
So your lungs sound like they're filled with fluid, and I think you emotionally have not recovered from COVID.
Oh my God, I feel it. I feel it for sure.
And I think that trumps the lungs right now.
Okay.
Because it's okay. Yeah. We can deal with that whenever. This is a hospital. We'll be able to take care of that. But this long COVID stuff, that's going to last.
Do you have a prescription then for it, or is there something I can do about it? I appreciate the concern, but what I'm really looking for is a solution.
Well, thank you both for coming in to get a second opinion. I really appreciate that. Now, how does it work? What are we doing?
I'm his doctor.
Okay.
We're a newly...
so you were the first opinion.
I'm the first opinion, and
one opinion I would like is: does she need to be here? I think that's the
first thing I'm trying to discern.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that. You seem like healthy.
I feel okay, but I take on my patients' conditions as if they were my own, and so I really wanted to be here to make sure that this gentleman was going to get the best of care, and I treat his body like my own. So.
That is so
check me up,
respectable.
Doctor.
That is so respectable. I actually do the same thing.
Wait,
do we all have long COVID right now? Do all three of us have long COVID? Is that why we're here?
I'm not even sure what.
I haven't worn a pair of jeans in 3 years.
Me either. Scrubs only.
Scrubs
top
only.
and bottom.
Where did you go to school? John, me too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to Hopkins.
I thought maybe John Hopkins was where you were going with it. It's just John.
No, it's like a junior medical.
John's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johns Hopkins.
You know what I think I'm doing?
I went to Johns Hopkins.
I think what I need to do is maybe change my insurance altogether and maybe start seeing, because this is...
That's really good. Are you thinking in-office visit?
Sorry?
In-office visit?
Well, no, I thought maybe I wanted my doctors to be a little more sociable and caring about me.
Yeah, you're not...
Sorry, our condition. Ooh. The COVID.
Well, can we treat us then? Can we treat us? Because I feel like you've empathized, but then there's the next step.
We can treat you. We could treat me. We could treat him.
Good.
But it's not going to be short.
You know what? I have a prescription for this. Group rest.
Yeah.
I'm going to write it 3 times. Here's yours.
Thank you.
Group rest.
And I could take this to CVS?
Well, yeah, we're all going to go together.
Okay, great.
And then we're going to go to the Relax the Back store together.
Oh.
We're going to buy 3 nice chairs.
Really
nice chairs. Are you kidding?
Chairs.
Have you been there? They're so expensive.
Oh, well, the patient's going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, I was going to say. Luckily, that bill's not on us.
The insurance.
Yeah.
No, that's got to be out of pocket.
It is out of pocket. The way they, charge.
Oh, no.
I agree with you.
I wanted to talk about, since we're here, I do need to re-up on my prescription. I'm a little embarrassed to have to say this. But,
do you want to take this one or should I?
Well, let's tag team it.
Let's see.
I wanted to re-up on my prescription for my ED medication.
Your what?
Erectile dysfunction.
Erectile dysfunction.
Sorry,
it's a male thing.
I know, but it is harder. It's harder for me to remember just because, different. Yeah, COVID, long COVID.
Well, are you taking Cialis, Viagra, or some ugly generic?
What do you got an ugly on you?
We're not talking about anatomy.
We're not. No. But do you got uglies in your house?
I'm taking.
How many uglies do you take every morning to get your wiener hard?
We're
all the same team.
I appreciate you using the term wiener, so I know what we're talking about.
It is unacceptable for you to talk to me this way. It is too casual. It is too insulting.
Sir,
I don't take an ugly
Give
generic.
me a pill.
Okay, give us a pill. Give us
No,
a
I
pill.
want you to take the
Here,
pill. I told you
put
I
an
need more.
ugly
This is
in
my
my
last
mouth.
two. What?
Put an ugly in my mouth.
Not that one.
Scene.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Put an ugly in my mouth.
Nasty.
Yeah. Pills are
Sorry.
interesting because
Why?
how do they work?
I don't
You just
know.
take a little pill and it changes your whole body? That seems crazy to me. Doesn't that seem crazy? Like, I get it, but if it's just
It's
this much
crazy.
pill, why don't we just eat healthy every
It's
day?
crazy.
One pill and I'm better? I don't know.
Marianne Williamson over here.
What's her deal?
Hell
Well,
yeah.
just that we all
You
were born with
know
everything
I
we'll
love
ever need and we
Marianne
don't
Williamson.
need any doctor's help. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Marianne Williamson is like the hippy dippy, new agey.
How to
whatever,
love
right?
yourself.
She's
What
the
is her
one who's
book?
always like, America doesn't have a health care problem. We have like
an
so-
emotional problem.
Oh, I feel like she's like, we just are like managing sickness rather than being well.
Yeah, right. Right.
And she's a little wild.
I really like a lot of the stuff she
I
says. I
she,
just don't think she can also be president. Like,
she has some good
Oh,
opinions.
she's a political person.
She's like
Yeah.
pro reparations, which is cool.
she's like one of the people who ran for president on
Yeah.
the Democratic side, and I really like everything she has to say. It just isn't like also professional. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
had-
It's like
I had read her like
lovely.
hippy dippy wellness book like many years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And we would all like it.
I like that stuff.
Yeah.
I like that
It's
stuff.
most people who have beliefs that I find dangerous start in a system that is I agree with.
Yep.
Even if you like started
Oh,
reading
yeah.
Scientology, you'd
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, I agree with what you're saying."
Well,
but
based
that's
on
how they pull you
psychology.
in.
Yeah.
And then they go like, "And now here is our crazy solution." And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, you know, I still do trust science.
Yeah.
Totally.
Which we've been kind of proven correct about for years, but also I don't trust the pharmaceutical. It's like a weird thing that's happened
Yes.
politically now that Republicans are very smart about is they frame things so then suddenly I'm like, am I defending Big Pharma now?
I
What
know.
happened?
It's awful.
Guys, I don't like them either.
No.
Totally.
But I do believe that there are something, that we go too far on some things, and
Yeah.
also RFK can't run our. It's like, yeah, maybe we don't need dyes in our foods, but I don't think we
Totally.
need internment camps for people on SSRIs.
Mhm.
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
No,
Yeah.
probably not.
You know, I
Probably not.
just was having a conversation with Tim about this because now I'm not a Disney adult. But I think if I was married to somebody that was a Disney adult,
You could have
be all
gone that
in.
way.
I could have gone that way.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure, gone that way, whatever that means.
You know what
It
I
is
mean?
almost like a political
But it's
choice.
like a little bit of a cult thing. Not a cult thing, but like it's a little
Yeah.
bit of like, we see why they like it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not like actively.
That's not so different from
Aggressive.
like a spouse who loves their spouse's sports team.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even like football, and all of a sudden you're a huge Giants fan. Like
Yeah.
that's Disney adult. It's the same thing.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think it's the same as medicine.
It's so weird to.
Can you
What are you
elaborate on
thinking?
your face?
Yeah, this is
Can you
very
elaborate on your
judgmental.
thoughts?
I just think Disney adult, and I feel similarly that I in the right circumstances, I too could have gone that way. I see the appeal, but like Disney adult, very specific, right?
It's very
like
specific.
I guess
You're
maybe
right.
it could be the same as like a really hardcore sports fan, but
It's not the same as watching a team like once a week. I mean, like going to Disneyland, like being a
owning
Disney
the
adult.
clubs,
Yeah,
like
being.
It's like a Comic-Con person.
Yeah.
or,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe
an enthusiast.
Yeah.
It's funny how we are that like the weirdest version of something can ruin it for me. Like there's things I probably don't participate in because I'm scared of being perceived as the weirdest version of it. And it's like,
what? Like
well,
what?
am I
Like a
denying
Disney adult.
myself these things now because of this?
I saw a TikTok with 2 Disney adults who were like, I think everybody's being really mean and actually not that smart about us. Everything is a childhood thing that people just keep into adulthood.
Yes.
Do you like sports? You don't play sports.
Yeah.
That's the same. And I was like, oh yeah, that's really totally true. Like everything that people are passionate about is just as silly as everything else, but we just all agree that it's like, you can't look like that anymore.
Yeah. That's so interesting. But I guess it's not even just like we agree on you can't look like we agree on what level you can be invested in something.
Yeah.
Like a wrestling adult, I would sort of put in the same camp as a Disney adult.
Yes. I'm just equally judgmental of both.
Yeah.
My counter argument to these people who are not in the room with me is like sports is a pretty direct contract of entertainment. The thing that bothers me about Disney is it is this horrifying company that is ruining everything, that is tricking people by being like, look how sweet and magical we are.
Sweet and magical.
And I think that is ultimately really dangerous, and it's taking advantage of like what I would consider most big groups do now, which is it takes like loneliness and it makes it gives you a personality in a community and makes you participate in something that is not ultimately healthy, I think.
Can it be both?
Well, yeah, I think it can. But I think some of those people you see at Disneyland, you go like,
yeah,
oh man, you're getting taken for a ride.
Yeah.
And it's if it makes you happy, go with God, whatever. But it does bum me out.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I'm mindful of trying not to be that person in anything I do. So I have I don't like anything, which is nice.
Then I can never be accused of being weird.
What do you think would be the closest thing?
For me?
Yeah.
Mission Impossible. I don't know. I just watch too much of the Mission Impossible movies. I mean, I watch a lot of basketball, but I get burned out on it. But like, that's where I go to turn my brain off and go back to childhood.
Like escapism.
I listen to basketball podcast. Yeah, that's my escapism.
Yeah,
but I don't spend $600 every time I do it.
Yeah,
and I don't like go online and attack people if they insult my basketball guy. Some people do that.
Yeah.
Right.
What were you gonna say, Victoria?
Oh, just that I find watching live sports so comforting. I did just have a baby, and it's so anxiety inducing. But when there's a basketball game on, and I'm not even, I mean, I like sports, but I'm not a huge basketball fan. But when there's a basketball game on, for some reason, it just feels so comforting because you're like, somewhere not that far away in a stadium, there's a bunch of people watching this thing, and it's really black and white what happens.
That not comforts you? Like you're actually thinking about the group of people watching.
Yes,
it,
and like
really.
And all I'm doing while watching this is like, I'm excited if the ball goes in the hoop. I want it to, and it's great. And I love that about watching live sports, which is the thing I do not get with television. Like, I have no interest in watching the second season of The Last of Us.
Oh, me either.
I could barely get through Severance. No, and these are good shows. But like, I could barely get through Severance. It made me feel way too.
Oh my God!
Like, I felt so dark watching it. But like, a game, or I watch a lot of reality TV now.
Basketball like puts me to sleep now. It's almost
like
like a lullaby.
way?
Yeah, like because I grew up watching it, and it gives me that same comfort of just like feeling like a kid.
Yes.
Like if I put on a basketball game, I would say 50% of the time I just end up.
Oh wow!
That's
and
so
it's like
nice.
the best nap
sounds
of
You're
my
like
life.
my baby with white noise.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, white
That's
noise.
so
like
sweet.
the commentators like talking, but
Yes.
not really to you, but like for you.
Yeah.
Like it is like being in a room with
Meditative
your
a
parent
little?
reading you a book or something.
Yeah.
You know, like I really like that.
So I'm sorry to kind of bring you into the other room here. I still want to go out and have some martinis with you.
Okay, great.
My husband kind of wants to come, so I think I might just, if we can, put the game on and see if he'll just kind of tuck her out, and then we can leave. because I kind of just want it to be a ladies' night.
Hey, give me just one more sec. I'm trying to find my belt, the good belt. I want to wear the nice belt.
It's just one he got at Ross Dress for Less that's reversible.
This is your husband, not your baby.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
But you're hoping to just kind of tucker him out.
Oh, the baby is fast asleep. We're fine with the baby, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, whatever works, but I'd love it to just be a ladies' night too, so.
Honey, did some of the Ross stuff get mixed in with the TJ Maxx stuff?
I would not be able to tell, honey. I simply wouldn't be able to tell.
All right, well, I'm going to be a couple more minutes then.
Well, you know what I just saw? It looks like Jimmy Butler's back from that injury and he's playing tonight. Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
And you know what else I saw?
What?
Wingstop is doing a 2-for-1 deal.
No way.
It's on that new chicken sandwich.
I could eat 2 sandwiches tonight?
I thought your husband was like a hedge fund manager.
He is. No, he is. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
It's just, there's ways with men that you could kind of trick them into doing what you want, And he's a very talented, successful, loving, passionate man.
Okay.
We've got 3 minutes left in the half. Let's leave at the half. Is that okay?
That's great. That's
Okay,
great.
all right. Jimmy.
I do think Chuck and Shaq are going to be doing funny things during the halftime show.
Claudia, actually, I do think Bill and I are separating, so I would love to have some like one-on-one time.
Yeah. Well, I think he fell asleep. All right. So now I'm just going to put on this Notorious B.I.G. album that he loves, and that'll kind of keep it quiet enough, and we'll sneak out. And I do want to get into this Bill thing.
It's me, Notorious B.I.G.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this.
Oh yeah, this is his album Ready to Announce, and he's just kind of announcing things.
Get ready, get ready. Here I come. Here I come.
Oh, ladies, let's go get this dinner. What are we thinking, huh? Just the three of us chatting it up, breaking bread, a couple of big fat steaks.
Oh no, he got a second wind. He must have been overtired, and now he has a second wind.
Well, honey, there's a new Taylor Sheridan show that just premiered on Paramount Plus.
Wow, just the mention of it.
Yeah, he's just very comforted by it.
Get your pants on, get your shirt on. I'm coming out. I'm coming real soon.
This is he's coming over to have sex with a woman, but he doesn't want her to be naked when he shows up.
I like the whole. I like the whole process. Taking off your clothes. Taking off your clothes.
Men love this album, especially hedge fund managers.
Wow, Bill never listened to it. I don't know.
All right, let's go. We gotta go.
Oh, okay.
So, bye.
Should we don't want to say bye to him, or
no?
Okay.
I'll just give him a little kiss on the forehead. And
it's me, Notorious B.I.G.
I do have to lock the refrigerator and just put some things on the outlets
for
here.
the cat.
What's that? No. If I don't, and he wakes up, he starts to just plug fans in all over the whole house because he wants to get the perfect cross breeze, and it shorts the circuit.
Yeah, it's feeling a little stale in here. Should we get a window open? Let's open it. Oh, we only have one window open. There's your problem. Let's open up a window and then go to dinner.
It's amazing. His eyes are still glassy. It's like he's asleep, but
Notorious B.I.G.
And so that just plays.
Yeah. It just keeps going. He'll go back down. We're trying this thing. Me and my daughter are trying this thing where when he wakes up, we don't acknowledge him, and we think he'll just go back to sleep. It's really emotionally tough.
You and your 2-year-old daughter doing this.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
I am coming over to your house.
Steve.